Okay, so we're starting at the 7th position, and you can start with a bar or not. Let's say you are starting with a bar, and then the first melody note is that one there. So the whole song's sort of got these little 3-note lead up scale thing, like goes da 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 dee, and then so on. So we can sort of, when we're analysing it, we can break it down into, or look at it in those little segments. So the first 3-note phrase well, it's actually a 4-note phrase, starts with that one, and then we keep that as part of this chord, and then that's the melody note, of course, on top. Then we've got just a filler, which is just 3 open strings, gives a bit of breathing space, and we'll go down to this next chord, which is with the bottom 3 fingers on 5, 4, and 3. Okay, and then we play 1. Now this is the beginning of the next 4-note phrase, so it's D is there, then E open, and then we go up and play F sharp on the 2nd string, and then our next chord is we hop across from F sharp to G, and then we've got a little bass note fill, and while that's ringing we move back down and play essentially a C major chord, ordinary old C major. Let that bass note ring. That's C melody, D melody, E open melody, and moving up to the next chord, stay connected here, and bass note, C with the 1st finger, and now move into a full bar on the 2nd fret. That's the bass note, and then your next little 4-note melody begins with the B, and you've got those 2 notes under the bar, and then the D sharp on the 2nd string with your 4th finger, and then that 4th finger stays connected with the 2nd string and moves up to be the top note in this chord here. And then we've got 2 bass notes right over on the 6th string, 2nd finger, then 1st finger on the 5th string, and then move back up to the 7th position bar that we started with, and then you repeat all that. So on.
Okay.
So that's and then the second time when you come round, you from the bar on the 2nd fret, you go okay. So that's the 2nd time ending. And then a couple of bass notes. Now we're going into the bridge, or the middle part of the song, starting with a D sharp with your 3rd finger there, followed by E with your 4th finger, and then your 4th finger goes up to F sharp on the 2nd string, and is the top note of that chord,
right,
and then a melody note on the 2nd string open. So you've got to be careful, make sure that you don't obscure the 2nd string. You've got to be standing right up. Bass open A. Notice I'm still connected to this G.
right.
Now
Yeah.
and A minor,
Right.
upper, are you familiar with that? And then up a further 2 frets. Now, it would be tempting to go to there, but it's better for our arrangement if we go. So we change position when we're making that chord there, and that means we've got access to the notes we want in the bass. Yep. Okay, so this next little bit tricky. We're starting with an A sharp on the first string. That's at the 6th fret. To a B, and then your second finger goes up 1 more fret to C as the top note of that chord there. So that's got a half bar at the 7th fret, and then you've got as the notes that are fretted by these 2 fingers. I'll just do that again. So you're going A sharp, B, C, oops, sorry, miss you, and
most of all, my
most
darling.
of all. So then you're going from that chord,
Right.
first finger tracks down from A to F sharp, and then you've got those 3
Right.
all lined up there, all at the 5th fret. This one's at the 4th fret. Most of, now 4th finger goes from A down to F sharp, and you make this, that's a diminished chord, which is quite common, well, that's a common shape anyway for a diminished chord. And one of the interesting things about it is that you can shift the shape. Sorry.
So you wouldn't just bar the first 4?
You could, but there's no particular need to bar it here.
It sounds cleaner that way, right?
I don't know. It's essentially because I'm used to doing it that way.
No, it's okay. So it's basically the same form, you just slide it up.
So yeah, that's right. That's what I was going to say. You can take that shape and move it up the neck. So, and then we've got this is another. So we're at the 7th fret.
Right.
Now we've got another chord at the 7th fret, but there's no fingers in common. We've just got to rearrange everything. So that's that shape. That's the darling. Darling. Bass goes down a semitone, so we were on 7. Darling, bum. Then D open, C sharp with your 3rd finger, which that's just those 2 strings open. Then that's a bar at 3, and we've got there, and we're just playing bass. Take the 4th finger away, get the note G under the bar, move the bar down to the 2nd fret, put in, this is a D sharp, this is chord we've played earlier in the tune. Another bass note on the 6th string. Sorry. So I was forgetting to jump across. And then whatever. Okay.
Done?